Hey guys, it's Tuesday. The video this week is going to be a bit more serious than they have been. I usually try to keep my videos light, but this one is a lot more serious. As you can see from the title, this week is about bullying.
Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit so I don't even bother. I put that on my partner, I put that on my family. Oakland City representative, dress me as your majesty. Yeah, you can kiss the ring but you can never touch the crown. I smoke a million Swisher blunts and I ain't never coming down. Bitch, you ain't no Barbie, I see you work at Arby's. Number 2, supersize, hurry up, I'm starving.
I guess the first thing is I'll talk about my bullying experiences. I was never like severely bullied. Like, it was mostly behind my back, actually. But like people would call me names and stuff. They called me fat and ugly. But like mostly it was like people just didn't want to talk to me or hang out with me or sit with me, like ever. Like I was kind of friends with like the really smart kids in the class because I was really smart. But like I never really talked to anyone in my class. I had like 2 friends in elementary school that were at my school. And I remember this one time, it was so awful, like, there were specific tables that each class was supposed to sit at, and there was room for everyone. They like made sure. Sorry, I keep hitting my hand on my water. But then one day I'm like the last in line to get my hot lunch, so by the time I go there, the table's almost full. So I'm looking at the sections, seeing which ones have 3 people, because supposedly they're supposed to put 4, and then there was only 1, and it was full of guys, and I asked if I could sit there, and they just said like, no, you can't sit here. And I'm like, there's no other seats. They're like, I don't care. So I had to go sit in this like little table in the corner of the cafeteria where all the extras sat, except there was no one else there that day. I just had to sit and eat lunch by myself. The same kind of things happened in middle school. That's kind of when I started to feel like really bad about myself. I thought there was something wrong with me because people didn't want to hang out with me. I thought I was like never gonna date anyone. I was never gonna make new friends. I was gonna have like the same like 4 friends I always had since I was little. And people still talked about me. That's when I started getting more bullied to my face. It was in 7th grade. Like I'd just be sitting in class and like if I showed any participation at all, like all these preppy girls would be like, why are you trying so much? No one cares. Just be quiet. So that was pretty hard. Because like I had to sit next to them for like an hour every day and they were in like several classes of mine. My mom just got home. You can probably hear that. Most of the time I just ignored them or I told them I didn't care. But I did care. I cared a lot. Because like everyone just wants to be accepted by their peers, you know? And I didn't even feel I was that different from everyone, at least back then. That year I had also, like, separated from one of my close friends. I'm not really sure why. I don't think she knows either, because she was my friend since, like, 4th grade through 6th grade. And then we became friends again in 8th grade, and we're friends now. But that year was just, like, really hard for me. I was also, like, getting bullied at home by my dad. Like, I know this sounds weird and I didn't really want to talk about it that much. But, like, my dad was the one that called me the worst names. He called me fat the most. He was always telling me I was, like, disgusting and a pig. And I don't know, he just, like, randomly made fun of me. And, like, that's the bullying I had the hardest time with. It just tore me up inside. Like, I was just convinced that I was never going to be loved. I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of emotional. I didn't really mean to go off on this sidetrack. But like, to deal with that, with the bullying from home and from school, I would read. Reading was my heaven. I'd constantly have a book with me, which kind of made people make fun of me more because I always had my nose in a book. But I didn't care because I was distracted from it all. I also did a lot of artwork in that time, but I never really dealt with the bullies. I never told on them. And I never really asked them to stop. I just kind of took it. But then 8th grade was so much better. It was so much better. I finally had gotten into my own style. I started wearing makeup and I wore clothes that fit. Because when I was younger, I wore like really baggy shirts and jeans. And, you know, it looked like I didn't care because I didn't. I didn't wear makeup. I just had long straight hair. Didn't do anything to it. But then I got like my scene haircut and I started doing the big eyeliner and the bright makeup, the bullying kind of died down from there. It was like they were scared of me or something. Because I live in a pretty conservative area and there's not a whole lot of kids like that. It was just like me, my best friend, and like a handful of other people were like alternative. So I found a group that year. It was wonderful. I finally had a big group of friends to hang out with, because before, if like one of my friends was sick, I would just like be screwed. Like, I wouldn't have anyone to hang out with or talk to. Or people were still saying things about me, but less to my face, and then I didn't really care as much, because I'm like, you know what? I've spent all this time trying to fit in, and I'm just gonna like fucking go crazy. I guess what I'm trying to say is the bullying kind of stopped when I showed my true self. I know it sounds stupid and it probably won't work for everyone, but it did. I also had a thick skin back then because of my dad, so I didn't really take the things from school too seriously anymore. And then basically all of the face-to-face bullying stopped, and you know, I stopped really caring what people said. I mean, people still say rude things to me about my looks, about what I like to do, and you know what, I don't care. Depending on my mood, I'll be nice to them, or I'll basically say, go fuck yourself. I don't do this for you. But if you're in a really bad bullying situation, like, I would definitely tell an adult. Like, I know it seems like you shouldn't, it seems like it'll make it worse, but trust me. Talk to an adult. Like, I wish I had, like, gone to therapy or something when I was younger, just to, like, help me deal with all of that. So if you could make it stop by telling an adult, why shouldn't you? Because no one has any right to tell you that you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you're ugly, you're fat. No, no one has any right to tell you that. Like, everyone is fucking beautiful on the inside. And, like, no one deserves to be bullied. Like, not at all. I know if you're stuck in the situation, it can seem really helpless. That's how I felt. But it does get better. If you don't tell an adult, or if they can't help you, I definitely keep a journal. Like, write down all of your thoughts and just keep them away so you won't be thinking them throughout the day. It doesn't always work, but it helps a little bit. And, you know, just don't show the bullies that you care, you know? If they don't get a reaction, they'll, like, get bored and, like, leave, you know? Because I've had plenty of people say things to me, and when I answer, they hella laugh at me. But when you don't really respond to their laughter at all, and you just go about your business, they really get bored. I know I'm not, like, the best person to ask about bullying, but keep in mind that everyone this week is going to be making a video about it, so if what I have to say isn't helpful, maybe they can help you. And if, like, you need to talk or anything, you can always message me. My personal YouTube account is Hazeltail, and you can message me there, or you can go to my Tumblr and talk to me if you want to be, like, anonymous, and I'll put a link to that in the description. I'll put both links. But just, like, try to remember that you're not alone in this. And it will get better. I promise. I promise. Even if it doesn't go away entirely, it will get better. Especially once you get out of high school. Once you're out of high school, things get so much better. You get to choose who you associate with, you know? And if you're going to college, like, people there are more mature. They want to pursue a higher education, you know? They're not, like, those immature people who just want to put you down. I really hope this was of some help to you guys. I know it may not help everybody, but I hope it helps someone. And just like on every video on this channel, you can leave your questions and suggestions for more videos in the comments section. I love you guys, and just remember that you don't need to go through this. There's nothing wrong with you. You're wonderful. I promise you that. Those people are the ones that have something wrong with them. Please try to stay strong. Bye.